The following podcast is scheduled for no point and is no...
Fuck that. This is how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, CMBP proudly brings to you its wrestling podcast that has no point at all. With Cake and Bake Thick Shake, the master of not giving a fuck, circles and blunt pencils. Ooh. That's how it's done. That's how we do. Back for another week. Duh. Fuck, there's a fair bit to get through today. Whether I get through all of it or not, don't really know and or care, to be honest. Let's just be real. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, maybe. Not too sure. Even though Raw and SmackDown's under its new regime, so to speak. And also, Raw and SmackDown were actually both better than NXT, in my opinion. So, there's a first there. Few wrestling events on last weekend. There was Ring of Honor Best in the World, AEW Fighter Fest, and New Japan Pro Wrestling Southern Showdown. I did watch all of them. I'm a wrestling nerd, so of course I watched them. I'll be talking about them upcoming this weekend. What have we got? Impact, Bash at the Brewery, the Impact Plus special. MLW, something there. Forget what it's called. I'll get to it eventually. If I can find that, then I will watch it. The G1 starts this week. So very excited about that. That'll be going for the next month and a bit. So that'll be one of the main topics of conversation on this podcast for the next few weeks. And also Impact Slammiversary as well. So I'll be previewing some of them. But first, day in history. What's today? The 4th of July. So what happened on the 4th of July?
In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Fuck, there you go. Yeah, fuck, I still remember when Cody did that speech in the parking lot when Bullet Club invaded Raw. So basically Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum commandeered a UFO fighter jet and flew it up into space into a mothership, and Jeff Goldblum, gave it a virus and got rid of the force field, and they killed all the aliens, and then Randy Quaid just drove straight up the guts of one, sacrificed himself for America. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's 4th of July. There you go. That was, what was that, 1996 that happened. So, there you go. There's your day in history. If you want wrestling day in history, go look it up. I'm not going to get that from me this week. So, yeah. There we go. 4th of July. Independence Day. Check it out. Why not? Let's do it. What's been going on this week? Not much. Seth Rollins apologised on Twitter for his little bank account statement to Ospreay. Ospreay said he was just having fun with it anyway. Didn't really bother him. I mean, why would it? It's like fucking keyboard warrior style. So yeah, Ospreay just said buy him Nando's basically because Rollins can afford it. Rollins is still a mark for himself. Let's just be clear. And apparently Heyman pulled him aside and told him to do so. Heyman, the leader of Raw, and the advocate for the Beast in the Bank. Just the Beast, Mr. Money in the Bank. None of this Beast in the Bank bullshit. And some fuckwit is deciding to make a comeback after only sitting at home for 3 months because she fucked up the finish at WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm talking about one Ronald McDonald. Posted a video today. I don't know, saw it before. And yeah, it's a hint at her coming back. Hopefully she stays away because no one really gives a fuck about her. All those 3 dickheads that were in the main event, no one gives a fuck about them. I mean, one of them left to start a family, failed at doing that, so she wants to come back. The other one still thinks she runs Twitter and can't do anything with her life, so she decides to shuck up with the Universal Champion. And the other one's not even on TV because they don't allow pets in wrestling arenas. Then they finally figured that out. So yeah, what a flop. They're all flops. I'll just go through Raw really quick if I can. Started off with a match. Surprisingly, there was no 20-minute promo to kick us off and put everyone to sleep. It was actually a match between Strowman and Lashley. Falls count anyway. They tried to kill each other. Went through the things at the back, whatever you call them. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, those things. You know, the LED lights and shit. And Corey Graves decided to say "holy shit" on air. Oh no. Oh, was he meant to say that? Was he meant to say that? Yes. If he wasn't meant to say that, they would have cut it out because they're on a 7-second delay. So, yeah, see, things are changing. You've got to understand these things are changing. I can't wait for when, Raw and SmackDown starts to pick up under Heyman and Bischoff. And then people start watching it again. And then claim, I never left. Get fucked. You're all fucked. What else happened? AJ Styles turned heel. Finally. On Finger Up the Bum Ricochet. With the club. So the club's heel. Finally. So, Styles, Ricochet. Yeah. Let him go at it. Let him go at it. Cesaro dismantled No Way Jose. Obviously. He's not part of his main event Love Boy crew yet. I don't know. That was doing the rounds last week. So, he can break away from that. Street Profits were on Raw. Don't know why. I don't understand the fascination with having the NXT Tag Team Champions on Raw when they're still the Tag Team Champions. It happened with the Viking War Raider Experiments Express. So, I don't know. They should just go back and focus on their NXT for now. And just stay there until they lose the belts to the Undisputed Era at TakeOver Toronto. Spoiler alert. Maria Kanellis said she's embarrassed by her husband and wished that Becky Lynch had impregnated her or some shit. So I don't really know what the go is there. Yay, big whoop, I don't know. And Drake Maverick defeated R-Truth again for the 24/7 championship, or the 48-11 European non-stop fighting championship, whatever R-Truth likes to call it. And Drake Maverick's wife was not impressed. So Drake Maverick's wife is now a part of wrestling. So I don't know about that. SmackDown. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm just getting through it really quick. Kevin Owens show started off with Shane and Drew, and Ziggler came out, and Owens just ripped him, and Owens is a machine on the mic. I love it. So Shane actually forced them to team up as a tag team to take on Heavy Machinery, and the winners of that will get added to the tag team championship match at Extreme Rules that I didn't even know was happening. What else happened? Kofi Kingston flipped off Samoa Joe. Everyone's making a big deal about that, even though they didn't actually show it on TV. They sort of had the camera panned behind Samoa Joe's head as he was giving him the bird. And then they moved the camera and the screen went black, so they couldn't show it, because of that 7-second delay. I talked about Corey Gaze. There you go, Corey Gaze. How Kofi Kingston is still WWE champion, I do not know. I know I'm sick of it. I mean, I was sick of it when he won the belt. Why did they do it? I'm surprised I'm still watching wrestling, to be honest. Kofi Kingston's WWE champion. I should have just had a sook like everyone else and stopped watching it, because I don't agree with what they're doing. I'm not a fuckwit like that. But yeah, Samoa Joe's going to kill him, hopefully. And Heavy Machinery defeated the team of Owens and Ziggler, obviously. And Owens then, I guess you could say, turned. I don't know if that's the right terminology there, on Ziggler and gave him the stunner. So I'm not too sure if Bischoff was a part of this Raw, SmackDown. Not too sure. They're thinking maybe next week or the week after. He said he was moving to Stanford next week, so maybe in 2 weeks, Bischoff will be in charge of SmackDown. Even though they still say Heyman and Bischoff are in charge, it's still Vince McMahon. It's still got to go through him, so they're just helping him with ideas rather than they've got full control. So, but yeah, not a lot there. It's still good, but there's just not much here that I really see worth mentioning, apart from Bray Wyatt's puppets turning up again and during backstage interviews, and Aleister Black told whoever knocked on his door to meet him at Extreme Rules. So, I'm not too sure. Buddy Murphy apparently tweeted out saying knock knock, so don't know if you want to go and believe that. NXT, did a lot happen? Not really. There was 5 matches in the hour of NXT, but they always have 5 matches at a takeover that goes for 3 hours, so that really got me going, got me riled up, if you will. Who the fuck's this Mia Yim chick? She's like next in line, I guess. She cut an awful promo after a match with Alia. She's the DICK dick, or the FUKWT fuckwit. I don't know how the song goes. I don't really care. But yeah, she wants to become #1 contender, and I don't know, Shayna Baszler will fucking rip her apart anyway. Kushida wrestled against some dude. Killed him. The Breakout Tournament, Cameron Grimes defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott. Didn't see that coming. I thought old Swerve would have got the job done. Formerly known as Shane Strickland in the indie scene. Bianca Belair beat up some bitch. So I don't even know who she was. Belair just killed her. Belair should actually be NXT Women's Champion. But, you know, what are you going to do? The main event, there we go, see, 5th match in an hour. Roddy Strong defeated Tyler Breeze to sort of stake his claim for the North American Championship. Whatever, it's going forward there. Interference by Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And Adam Cole went on his Bay Championship tour. I think it was back in Cleveland. Went to the Gay Garno's pizza place and bought some pizzas and gave them to some kids in a wrestling school and told them just go home and sit on the couch and eat pizza because you got no chance because Johnny Gargano's a dickhead and stuff like that. And yeah, that was probably like the only entertaining thing from NXT, really. So yeah, that was about it. So look at that, just fucking over and done with in like 5 minutes. Hope you're enjoying your drive home. Listening to this, it's only gonna get probably worse. You never know. You never know how we do things on here. Even I don't know. What else is the haps? Talk about Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, best in the world. Wasn't too bad. The crowd sort of ruined it. The crowd sort of just died down a little. I think sort of everyone's gotten off Ring of Honor since the Elite and all that left. Really, I mean, they still got good talent. Just everyone feels the need to have it's just wrestling in general, but isn't it? Everyone feels the need to have a cry about something. Yeah. What happened? Ah, that's right. Flip Gordon and Roosh were on the pre-show. Don't know why. It's like a main event match. Sort of like a thank you to the fans. They were talking about anyway. Roosh picked up the win there. That was probably the best match. And it was on the pre-show. So, Dalton Castle defeated Dragon Lee. I think I skipped that match. The Allure defeated Jenny Rose and Kelly Klein. Obviously. Velvet Sky. Bully Ray is my hero. I love Bully Ray. For the simple fact that he is with Velvet Sky. Kenny King defeated Jay Lethal. I actually forget that. I forget all these matches, really. Jonathan Grisham defeated Silas Young in their Pure Rules match. So what the Pure Rules match was, no close fists to the face, and you get 3 rope breaks. And then after the 3rd, you don't get a rope break anymore. And Jonathan Grisham won with a low blow and then made Silas Young tap out. The tag team match, the Briscoes against Nick Aldis and the newest signee of the NWA was Eli Drake. Fuck yeah, Eli Drake. So I was quite surprised. James Storm came out and I thought maybe he was going to be the partner, but Aldis said he had chosen the latest signee, and that was Eli Drake. And some dickhead actually told me on Facebook that Eli Drake was in a NXT developmental contract. So goes to show what he knows. So Eli Drake, he and James Storm got into it a bit. That match ended in a double count out. So don't really know what happened there. It was all very, very confusing. Shane Taylor defeated Bandito to retain his World Television Championship. Shane Taylor's just, don't even know how, probably like Brodus Clay. Similar body shape to Brodus Clay. Yeah. And he's the TV champion. Apparently the TV champion has never lost at Best in the World. That's what my facts and figures told me. Villain Enterprises of Marty Scurll, PCO and Brody King defeated Lifeblood. And yeah, Mark Haskins, PJ Black and Tracy Williams. And Villain Enterprises were looking for a fourth member. And I can't remember who they went to offer it to. They didn't, because the match was over, and then a brawl sort of broke out with my hero, Bully Ray, and a couple of other dudes, and Flip Gordon came out to make the save, and he joined Lifeblood. But then the screen went black, and there was a video on the screen showing that Flip Gordon had actually joined Villain Enterprises. So he's like their mercenary. Fuck, that'll be good. I wonder if that'll affect the next World Series Wrestling outing. Because Flip Gordon's actually the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champion with Brian Cage. That's interesting there. And Matt Taven defeated Jeff Cobb in the main event to retain his Ring of Honor World Championship. Saw a lot of people online actually having a cry about this, saying this is what's wrong with Ring of Honor. Shit like this. Like Matt Taven's good. Just more stupid idiots, because, Cobb didn't win and Taven's still the champ. They go and have a cry. That's good for them, isn't it? Isn't it? It's good for them. Just fucking get over it. Alright. Get over it. We'll move on to Southern Showdown, which was on Saturday night in Melbourne, Australia. Here we go. Yes. There's a few early matches here. Slex, the Australian wrestler, defeated Aaron Solo. The crowd was only hyped for this match because of one Slex. Chaos defeated Bullet Club, Gino Gambino. The crowd don't like him, that's for sure. And Chaos defeated Bullet Club again. So, my Bullet Club boys just getting killed. I think I got, two matches right in this. Maybe 3. Actually 4. Probably 5. 3. Yeah, we'll go 3. El Phantasmo defeated Rocky Romero to retain his British Cruiserweight Championship. Big whoop. It was all about the final 3 match. Shut up. All about the final 3 matches here. G.O.D. Gorillas of Destiny defeated Juice Robinson and Mikey Nichols to retain their IWGP Tag Team Championships. Obviously. But the next match, without doubt, I'm going to say without doubt, I might put out a poll and see how this ends up and talk about it next week. But probably the best wrestler on the planet today, Will Ospreay, defeated Robbie Eagles in another fucking at least 5-star classic to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. What a match. There's Will Ospreay, going back to last week with the whole Ricochet thing. Ricochet doesn't hold a candle to Ospreay. Ricochet would be lucky enough to carry Ospreay's bags. That is how good Will Ospreay is at the moment. And he's just going to keep getting better and better. He's in the G1. We'll be talking about that very soon. That was over 30 minutes. Another 30-plus minute match. Robbie Eagles, the Australian man, Bullet Club member, well, former Bullet Club member now, because he actually turned on Bullet Club the next night in Sydney and joined Will Ospreay and Chaos. So I'd like to see Ospreay and Robbie Eagles go at it again. Highly doubt that now, especially with the run that Will Ospreay is on. He's an absolute freak. And I mean that in a good way. Like I said, best wrestler on the planet. hit me up, debate me on it. I'm not going to debate you back, but just tell me off. I don't care. Be a keyboard warrior. And in the main event, which Osprey Eagles should have been the main event, but what do you do there? Okada and Tanahashi defeated Jay White and Bad Luck Fale. So Okada and Tanahashi are actually first round match anyway in the G1. So yeah, that was Super Showdown. It's good. The sort of the beginning. It's like that with New Japan. They put out all the like the young boys and stuff, and lower card can like still put on good matches, but when you get to sort of the top, the main eventers, it's just unreal. It is unreal. And what was Fighter Fest. Fighter Fest. I only had like 3 hours sleep for this. Planned, just a quiet Saturday night. So get up early for Fighter Fest on Sunday. Ended up going to sleep about 6. Woke up at 9. So second time I've actually done that for AEW. And I'm going to keep doing it. Because why not? I'll be doing it again next week. Fight for the Fallen. I'll be there. In front of the TV watching it. Won't actually be there, but 3 pre-show matches here. This was a good card. This was great. The Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, defeated SCU and Private Party, so they advanced to All Out for an opportunity at the first round bye. I remember saying this last week. Still don't get it, but hey, whatever. Ali defeated Leva Bates. Supposed to be Kylie Ray, but instead it was Ali. So don't know what happened there. But Leva Bates, the librarian, and Peter Avalon, also the librarian. That was pretty. Was a bit weird, if that's the right word. I don't know. And Michael Nakazawa defeated Alex Jabali in their much anticipated hardcore match, which was just a bit of fun. It was actually funny rather than an entertaining match. But I think that was the purpose of it. Alex Jabali's not even a wrestler. He just runs CEO Gaming in Orlando. So, yeah. Shima defeated Christopher Daniels. I was a bit shocked by that. That was alright. That was a decent match. Sort of a good way to kick off the pay-per-view, so to speak. Ryo, I don't know, defeated Sakazaki and Nyla Rose. Triple threat match. And then the 4-way match. Adam Page defeated Jimmy Havoc, Jungle Boy, and MJF. But the fucking promo that MJF cut before the match started was unbelievable. MJF, best heel in the business. Best heel in all of wrestling. You'd be a moron to think someone else is a better heel than MJF. I'm just saying. Something about the crowd living in their parents' basement, and I don't even know if I should say it on here. I won't say it on here. But yeah, it was epic. It was epic. Adam Page won that. Pretty sure I said that. Don't even know if I did. Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin fought to a time limit draw. Yeah, 20 minute limit. 20-minute limit on the match. Darby Allin came out with a body bag, which is pretty funny. I spoke about Darby Allin, I think, a couple of weeks ago, with his match against Moxley. The kid is only going to, I guess, move up in the wrestling ranks. He did a truss fall off the top turnbuckle onto the outside of the apron, thinking Cody was there, and that's pretty much steel. Like, that is the hardest part of the ring, and he just did a truss fall straight onto it. Cody put him in the body bag to give him the disaster kick, and then the last minute, you know, there's 1 minute to go, and Cody's losing his shit trying to hit the crossroads, and Allen's reversing, and then there's like 10 seconds to go, and Rhodes hits the crossroads, and then there's like 2 seconds left, and he gets the pin, you know, 1, 2, and then the bell rings, time's up. So he's asking for 5 more minutes. But before anything can happen, Sean Spears came out and hit Cody in the head with a chair. Cody didn't get his hands up. The chair sort of wrapped around his head and cut him at the back. And everyone's just fucking blowing up about it. Unprotected chair shots. You can't do that in 2019 and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. It's like, it didn't happen to you, so shut the fuck up. Honestly. I even saw some idiot say, I can't wait to hear Jim Cornette speak on it. Fuck Jim Cornette. What's Jim Cornette gonna say? I don't know how to wrestle. So yeah, that sparked a bit of a, I think everyone was fucking complaining about it online, and I don't really think Cody gave a fuck. So I don't think any of them really gave a fuck. Go watch ECW, 1996, 1997, 1998. Go watch CZW, the death matches. Like, and you're complaining about an unprotected headshot. If it didn't cut him open, no one would be saying anything. Fact. And then speaking of MJF, he was actually first to the scene. Breaking character, I don't know. But he does claim that Cody is his best friend, and I believe it. They're actually teaming up at a promotion in the next couple of weeks. So I'll get onto that as well. But then MJF got interviewed afterwards and basically told all the reporters to get fucked and fuck you and fuck Sean Spears, and it was great. I love MJF. Salt of the earth. Anyway, moving on. So, the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks defeated the Lucha Brothers and Laredo Kid in their 6-man tag team match, which was actually the main event. Apparently. They came out dressed, I think it was like Street Fighter or cosplay or something, to do with gaming. Kenny Omega likes his games. They even did the Street Fighter of Dugan. What can you say about Rey Fenix except that he's just a freak? I'm same with Ospreay. I mean that in a good way. Just so athletic, and you don't know what he's going to do next or what he's thinking or anything like that. But yeah, the Elite won, and again, everyone's having a cry because the Bucks beat the Lucha Brothers at all or nothing, as the dickheads called it, at double or nothing. Then they win again here. Who cares? Just enjoy it. Why is it so hard for people just to enjoy wrestling? If you don't enjoy something, just don't participate in it. Like when people don't enjoy this podcast, they don't listen to it anymore. Because they're idiots. Yeah. So, double bird. A double fuck you to you. But they're having their rematch at AAA. Triple Mania. So, that match will be there. I think that's in August. So the unsanctioned match was the Lights Out match, they called it. It wasn't part of the pay-per-view because AEW wanted nothing to do with it. Mox Dogs and Joey Janela. What a match. Non-sanctioned. It was great. Barbed wire chair, barbed wire on the board, thumbtacks, more thumbtacks. Janela fucking jumped off the top of a ladder outside the ring. was in the ring. He jumped to a table outside to deliver an elbow drop. Moxley took off Janela's shoes and slammed him feet first into the thumbtacks. Yeah, it was just good. I'm not gonna lie, I did expect a bit more hardcore from it, but for what it was, it's a great match. It was a great match. I even posted in a few of the groups that I'm a part of, a picture of the two of them afterwards, just sitting outside and whatever, and basically just put the caption "Two Legends," and people were really having a cry about it. I don't know why. I mean, it got like all in all over 1,000 likes, so you know, fuck Joey. Oh no, fuck Joey would have some sore feet. Fuck oath he would. And then some idiots just go and people throw around the word legend too easily. Yeah, you should have been a sheet stain. And someone here stepped in and said, seems to be a lot of AEW critics on here today, which is very, very true. Neither one of these guys are legends. That's why your last name is gay. Yeah, this idiot, David Clark, legends. And do you watch wrestling outside of AEW and WWE? I actually watch all wrestling, dickheads. So, yeah. Fucking massive fuck you to you. Shows what you know. I'm not even going to bother going through all these comments because they're all just idiots. But yeah, all in all, that was another great pay-per-view put together by AEW, and I look forward to Fight for the Fallen. So that'll be exciting coming up. So yeah, that was last week, and then this week as well. I mean, there's so much coming up. But before I actually start talking about all that, I'll go into piece of cake. So obviously, you know, stuff that I liked and that I didn't like. What I liked, the fact that there's no dogs on SmackDown. I think it's been like 3 weeks in a row now, so I don't know. Hopefully she's dead. Yeah. Hopefully she's dead. Ooh, am I allowed to say that? Ooh, don't get overly sensitive with me. Yeah, that fuckwit. Andrade was back, which was good as well, so maybe he's just like tied her up to a leash and fucking left her doing laps outside or something. But, you know, I'm just going to enjoy it while it lasts, because we all know when she comes back, she's going to get a title shot and get handed the title once again. Yes, I am talking about Charlotte. Charlotte can get fucked. You know, Ric Flair's daughter, like, can't even come up with a good name. Like, comes up with the city that her father is from. That's original. It just goes to show how original she is. It actually goes to show how much of a fuckwit she is. AEW, Moxley Janela, love that. Watched that a couple of times already. Even the Cody Darby Allin match as well. The fact that Raw didn't have a boring promo to kick off. Yeah, there's probably plenty more. What I didn't like was Elias losing again. His 2 weeks undefeated streak has officially come to an end. NXT, it's a bit disappointing. Mia Yim, she can get fucked. Put her in the same boat as Charlotte. Not as bad, but the Lovebirds fucking teaming up and doing promos again. That's why you record it and hit fast forward. So that's sort of a like and a dislike. The crowd at Ring of Honor just ruining the pay-per-view. They seem very dead, if I do say so myself. And yeah, probably it. I don't know. This podcast is going places. I'll tell you that much right there. Did I not like anything else? Oh, Bullet Club just losing in Australia as well. Boo! Apart from GOD winning, that was good. That was good. So yeah, there's your piece of cake segment with the middle finger, 2 middle fingers as I'm recording this. So just visualize me giving you 2 middle fingers as you listen to this. Fucking marks. I don't even know what I was just talking about there. It's the beauty of not planning anything as you come on here. Anyway, Extreme Rules is on its way next week, I'm pretty sure. I'll go through some of the matches there shortly. But just on the whole, with Heyman and Bischoff sort of being there and sort of quote unquote taking control, I think they'd be able to get away with going back to having Raw and SmackDown their own pay-per-views once again, because there's so much depth on each roster. I'm sure there's a way that Heyman and Bischoff will be able to find ways to get these guys on pay-per-view. So we sort of go back to the old Rumble, Mania, Summer Series and Survivor Slam as co-brand, and then those, what's that? That's 4. So then you've got 4 Raw pay-per-views and 4 SmackDown pay-per-views, and then obviously you've got the 2 Saudi Arabia shows that shouldn't really be there because, look at the greatest, biggest battle royal ever. Mansoor won. Where's he been since? Well, they're just pointless. I don't know. I should just go back to the old days. Royal Rumble, No Way Out, WrestleMania, Backlash, Judgment Day, bring back King of the Ring, and then Vengeance, SummerSlam, Unforgiven, No Mercy, Survivor Series, Armageddon. There you go. 12 pay-per-views. Just like the old days. Get rid of this whole Elimination Chamber pay-per-view where you've got 3 Elimination Chamber matches, and then the TLC one where you got like 3 TLC matches, and then Hell in a Cell and Extreme Rules. Just fuck it all off. Make them special events rather than just like fucking every single match on the card. I don't know. That's just what I think anyway. So anyway, Extreme Rules. So we've got Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, the puke couple, taking on Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. In the stipulation is a last chance winner takes all mixed tag team Extreme Rules match for the Universal and Raw Women's Championship. Fuck, that is a lot to take in. So an Extreme Rules match. But then you got Undertaker and Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre in a no-holds-barred tag team match. What's the difference? I'd love to, you know what? I want to get Shit Talker Dick Walker on next week. So, you're listening. I know you are. No, the other one doesn't. I know you are. Next week, we're going to talk about Extreme Rules. And I just want to give him shit about Extreme Rules matches and no-holds-barred matches, because I know he loves the fact that they're all named differently, even though they're the same. So hopefully I can come through on that. I'll probably forget. Anyway, so Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Samoa Joe vs Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. No extreme stipulation. Bayley vs Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's Championship. No extreme stipulation there. Drew Gulak vs Tony Nese, Cruiserweight Championship. No extreme stipulation there. Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus The New Day versus Heavy Machinery in a triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. No real stipulation there as well. So what the fuck? How the fuck are the New Day entitled to Tag Team Championship opportunity? I don't know. Anyway, so that's Extreme Rules. That's going in depth on that next week. It'll probably be the same there. Now, Bash at the Brewery. The Impact Plus special. When's that? That's tomorrow, I guess, when you're listening to this. Got Brian Cage versus Moose. Brian Cage, Impact Champion. He's not losing. We're going to go Brian Cage. Michael Elgin versus Eddie Edwards. Ooh. Michael Elgin's #1 contender. He's not losing that. Killer Cross is going to come out and cost Eddie Edwards the match as well. OVE versus Tessa Blanchard, Rich Swann, and Willie Mack. Ooh. Gotta go Tessa in this one. Tessa is Swann and Mack. Well, Swann's the X Division champion, so unless Impact comes down and costs him the match. LAX putting the tag team championships on the line against the North. LAX will be winning that, so LAX can face the Rascals at Slammiversary. Got Rosemary versus Su Yung. Sort of a thrown together match there. It is in fact OVE. It is Fulton and Dave and Jake Christ in that match, because Sami Callihan will be taking on RVD in a match there. I dare say that'll be a hardcore stipulation match there. They should actually have that match on Extreme Rules. Or maybe they're going to show WWE and Extreme Rules how to have an Extreme Rules match. And also, I do believe the Rascals will be in action as well. So, I'll probably get around to watching that. That'll be 4 things to watch. MLW, Kings of the Coliseum. That's what it's called. Don't know any matches on here. All I know is MJF is there. The Dynasty taking on the Hart Foundation. There you go. That's Davey Boy Smith and Teddy Hart and Brian Pillman Jr. So, and Ace Austin will be on there as well. My man Ace Austin from Impact Wrestling. All right, now let's get into. I'll go into Slammiversary first. Slammiversary 17. Oh, the road to Slammiversary. We are almost there. We're almost there. It's in Dallas, the day after the G1. So, yeah. All right, let's go through this. Let's seven matches announced. Probably another one thrown in there somewhere, you would think. Eddie Edwards versus Killer Cross in a First Blood match. Oh, can't remember the last time I've seen a First Blood match. I want to go Killer Cross here, because Killer Cross is the man. But I don't know what his situation is, because he's actually asked countless times for his release. So who knows, but I'm still going Killer Cross. He's going to make Eddie Edwards bleed like a little bitch. Sami Callihan versus Tessa Blanchard. Intergender match. Tessa Blanchard. Come on. Let's be real. Tessa. What if Sami Callihan's going to spit on her? He likes to spit on his opponent, so yeah, I don't know. That'll be an interesting one there. LAX versus the Rascals for the Impact Tag Team Championships. I'm going to go my boys, the Rascals. LAX has got like 5 other Tag Team Championships from other promotions, so losing the Impact ones won't really hurt them. Again, you never know. But yeah, we'll go the Rascals. I believe it's Dez and Trey who will be participating in that match, and Wentz will be the Conan on the outside. Here's an interesting match. The 4-Way Monsters Ball match for the Impact Knockouts Championship. Ty Valkyrie defending against Rosemary, Su Yung, and Jessica Havoc. This is a tough one. I'm going to go Taya to retain. I don't know how, but I have a feeling she's gonna find a way to win. because that's what she does, and then she won't defend the title for another 30 days. Because that is also what she does. Moose and RVD. I'm going Moose in this one. Ooh, big shock. Yeah, I'm going Moose. Moose is the future. Mr. Impact, he calls himself. So, and I believe at one stage, 10 years ago, RVD called himself Mr. Impact. So that'll be a good match. Looking forward to that match. Rich Swann defending the Impact X Division Championship against Johnny Impact. I dare say John E. Bravo will be there as well. I want to go Impact here to win the X Division, and then he'll just give it up to get a shot at the world title. But I think Rich Swann will win. I'm still picking Impact. That's my pick. But I think Swann will win because I think John E. Bravo will accidentally cost Impact the championship. And then they'll have another rematch and they'll go again. And obviously the main event, Brian Cage defending the Impact World Championship against Michael Elgin. Brian Cage, I'm not saying will win, I'm saying will walk out with the Impact World Championship. I don't think there'll be a finish. That's my pick there. So that's Slammiversary. Hopefully I'll get the chance to watch that. I mean, there's so much. Who knows what I have time for? What I have time for this weekend coming up. The G1. The G1 is approaching, and is approaching quickly. 48 hours. We'll go for about 2 days. The G1. We'll be talking about the G1 as well, like I said. I've already got all my predictions written down. We'll be talking about that. But first, some of the matches on here. GOD. I don't even need to say who they're versing because we already know GOD is my pick to win. And they will win. Not defending the titles that I know of here. Shota Umino and Ishii be taking on Narita and Jeff Cobb. So many tag team matches. That's what they do. They just throw in tag team matches, but they all work. I'll go Narita and Jeff Cobb to win. Chaos of Yoshihashi and Goto taking on Bullet Club, Chase Owens and Jay White. Hopefully Chase Owens does not let down the leader of Bullet Club, Jay White. Bullet Club in this one for me. There we go. An interesting 6-man tag team match. We've got Jushin Thunder Liger, Juice Robinson, and Toru Yano taking on Eli DJ. That's their group name. Still don't know how to say it. Anyway, it's Bushi, Takagi, and Naito. So I'm going to go them. I'm going to go Bushi, Takagi, and Naito. And then we get into the G1 matches. So basically, you've got Block A and you've got Block B. 10 wrestlers in each block. They wrestle each other once. 2 points for a win. 1 point for a 30-minute draw. Obviously 0 points for a loss. It starts this weekend and it ends the 11th of August. And they tally it all up. Whoever has the most points from Block A and Block B will meet at the final, basically, the G1 finals. And whoever wins that match will then get a title match at the champion at Wrestle Kingdom. So I have gone all in all to win the G1. I've gone, well, first I'll go through, actually I better go through who's in it first. What do you reckon? So in Block A, you've got the champion, Okada. You've got Tanahashi. You've got Kota Ibushi, Kenta, Sonata, Evil, Zack Sabre Jr., fuck him, Bad Luck Fale, Lance Archer, and Will Ospreay. And then, in Block B, you've got Taichi, you've got Toru Yano, you've got Hiroki Goto, you've got Ishii, you got John Moxley, Mox Dogs, you got Shingo Takagi, Jeff Cobb, Naoto, Jay White, and Juice Robinson. So my prediction is Kota Ibushi versus Jay White. So I've got Kota Ibushi to win Block A, Jay White to win Block B. There's 90 matches in total. Like I said, I've gone through all 90 matches, my predictions. And my aim is to get 65% of them right, at least. So I've got it written down, so don't you worry. I've not changed any predictions, and I don't plan on doing so. I'm happy with Ibushi and Jay White as my picks. So when it all wraps up and I talk about it, I'm going to go through and see how I went. And obviously it's on. So we've got the first round of matchups this weekend. And then next weekend, 4th, I should be able to go through about 3 or 4 more rounds. So I'll keep everyone updated on my progress. Anyway, so for this week, we've gone Will Ospreay to defeat Lance Archer. I've gone Evil to defeat Fale. Zack Sabre Jr. to defeat Sonata. Kota Ibushi to defeat Kenta. And I've gone Tanahashi to defeat Okada. So there's my picks for this week. Next week I'll be going through the second round of matchups, which will be Block B. And then Block A will go again, and then Block B. So there's about 3, maybe 4 to get through next week. And I'll keep everyone up to date. If you are all interested or not, don't care. You'll be listening, because that's what you do. You listen to this. But yeah, just G1. That'll be, like I said, main focus of CMBP for the next couple of weeks anyway. So that'll be life, New Japan. And they have other matches as well, and whether they have meaning or not, who knows? And who cares, really? So yeah, that's the G1 Climax. That's get the briefcase. I wonder if that's where Money in the Bank was actually stolen from. Never know. I'll put it out there as well, as I do, for just to see what other people are picking. For the G1, one person put here Ospreay, and it was hard to disagree with him on that, but I just think with being junior heavyweight champion, I think he'll just miss out this year, which I wrote. But I think for sure, without doubt, the G1 Climax 30, Will Ospreay will win, and he'll go through undefeated. I've actually got, it's written down here somewhere, I've got him and Okada to go to a 30-minute draw. And I've got Ibushi to defeat Okada in the last match, which will get him on top. Basically, the winner of Ibushi and Okada. That'd be like the final of Block A, which is the last match. And I've got that as the decider. Whoever wins that match will win Block A. Someone's got here John Moxley. And then someone decided to put their 2 cents in, saying we'll make a really good showing, but his commitments with AEW will prevent him from winning. Could be wrong though, you never know. Someone's got here Ibushi defeating Moxley. I was thinking that, but I think Jay White, I don't know, something about Jay White. He's been the IWGP champion before. Someone else obviously put Ospreay. I think Ospreay's one of the main picks for everyone, which, you know, it's hard to go wrong with Ospreay. Like I said, best wrestler, I think, on the planet today. I'll hopefully have something up about that next week as well. Just, you know, hit it out to all the nerds and all the marks out there. What else do we have here? Bad luck Fale sweeping. Well, there you go. Ibushi over Naito in the finals. Someone's got here Ibushi as well, but going for Naito. Yep, that's the thing I love about New Japan and this. Even like as I was looking at each and every match, I was finding it hard to pick a winner. Thinking like, you know, it's unpredictable, which I like. Like anything can happen, which is what you want. You just not going to look at one person and say he's going to win everything. Sonata, that's another interesting. Here we go. This proved my point exactly. You know the best part of the G1 and New Japan? We have no clue who will be in the finals. We can all take guesses. But they have so many guys built to take the top spot. Which is fucking bang on, mate. Bang on. Naito over Ospreay is my dream pick. He's definitely thinking Naito. I'd have him over Ospreay or Tanahashi. Okada, he's the champ. So basically, if Okada wins, he gets to choose his opponent for Wrestle Kingdom. A lot of people picking Ibushi here. Ibushi and Ospreay. Ibushi over either White or Naito. Nato's another one I've seen a lot. Takagi. See, I like that. I like that pick. Takagi. Naito or Okada. I'd like to see Bad Luck Fale. Moxley. Naito over Ospreay. Ospreay defeats Naito in the finals. Well, there you go. You can actually enter a contest. I might have to do that. So yeah. But yeah, I think Block A for me. I mean, even though you got, you know, Okada, Ospreay, Tanahashi, Kenta, Sonata, Ibushi, Evil, and the other lot, I was always going Ibushi. I think since I found out he was in the G1, he was my original pick. And then you look at Block B, like, you got Jay White, Naito, Juice Robinson, Jeff Cobb, Shingo Takagi, and John Moxley. Like, it's hard to, you know, any one of those. Obviously, any one of those can win, and will win. But you know, like I said, just so unpredictable, and that's the great thing about it. So I look forward to that, and we'll keep everyone up to date as well. And then obviously there's another AEW next week, Fight for the Fallen. Obviously you got that to look forward to next week. Although there was a match added, a 6-man tag with MJF and Sean Spears on the same team. So, don't know how that's going to work out. Anyway, obviously Extreme Rules next week. Week after that, GOD versus the Briscoes in the New York City street fight. Can't wait for that. It's probably the thing I'm most looking forward to as of right now, apart from the G1. Anything else? Not really. Been going through some wrestling DVDs. Don't would bore you with that. Though I did actually like the Brock Lesnar DVD. That was quite entertaining. He's just funny. He's a monster, really. He's a machine. Anything to look forward to? Not really. Just for the next episode of Circles and Blunt Pencils to come out, obviously. Like I said, Shit Talker Dick Walker should be on next week, and if not, don't blame me, blame him. Like to get his thoughts on Extreme Rules and anything else regarding wrestling, like Bayley still being the SmackDown Women's Champion. I can just hear him saying "fuck off" as I said that. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do us. Circles and blunt pencils out there in the social media world. Just type in circles and blunt pencils, you'll find it. Yeah. The viewers and the followers actually hasn't gone up since I say that, so fuck you. Yeah, that was this week's episode of Circles and Blunt Pencils with your host, Mr. No Fucks Given. I was a bit tame today. There was a lot more I could have said, but I don't want to jump on that bandwagon like other people. The bandwagoners out there. Anyway, Cake and Bake Thick Shake here, saying fuck you, goodbye, don't sing it, bring it.